Well, good morning, everybody. This is Dear Mama Sal on a very pretty looking Wednesday morning. It's 13 degrees here in southern British Columbia in Canada, which would translate through to about 56 in American. That's cooler. That is way cooler than we've had in the last week. So, as you can see, I'm wearing a jacket today just in case, because I don't know if any of you relate to this, but whatever the weather is outside, sometimes the office temperature is completely different, and I've learned to sort of be aware that I may need to keep warm during the day when somebody decides it's too hot in the office and they hit the air conditioner right over my head, or very close to me anyway. And so I find it always much more easy to strip off a layer than it is to try and find one. But I got a feeling I'm probably just about right today. Well, I hope you all had a very good 24 hours, and seriously? Okay, so this woman that I've just driven next to and pushed her over slightly was driving down the road with her right-hand wheels over the center line. Now that only makes sense if you're in North America. Switch that around if you're in England or anybody who drives on the other side of the road. In other words, her two tires were both over the center line into my lane, and she was just driving along quite happily there. And when I sort of caught up to her to see who on earth this person was that was driving like that, I found she was somebody of my age. So you understand my judgments change completely. Amazing how life does that, isn't it? Yep, up until then I thought it was some idiot guy. But I was wrong. That's quite funny. Oh, that's cheered up my morning. Not that I needed cheering up. So I wonder what life will bring for me today. Yesterday was a good day. I got a lot achieved yesterday, and I was happy with what I managed to achieve. And life didn't throw too many curveballs at me to interrupt my process, which was great. And then, it's quite funny, I've got a colleague at work who really likes ambrosia salad. And about once or twice a year, she convinces me to bring some in for her. Well, swipe me if yesterday she didn't suddenly appear at my desk with a cup full of ambrosia salad. Yay! How nice was that? So, I really, really enjoyed it. Now, for those of you who don't know what ambrosia salad is, it is not good on anybody's health food list. It is marshmallows and coconut and I think Dream Whip or something all mixed in together, and with some mandarins normally, or pineapple, one or the other. But really just melts in your mouth stuff, and it is so tasty. And quite honestly, it probably wasn't even a full cup. It was probably half a cup, but it was half a cup of heaven. I really, really enjoyed it. So I was wondering whether any of you relate to that, where sometimes just half a cup of heaven makes your day. whatever that is for you. Now, the other one that I really, really go for, and I haven't had it for a long time, is that one where it has the millefeuille, I think it is. It's pastry and then custard and then more pastry and then cream and then more pastry and then like chocolate over the top. Chocolate, I know, it's like icing sugar with chocolate drizzle over the top. God, I can make you hungry at this time of the morning. Yep. How come I going to concentrate now? I thought we'd start doing our word of the day thing again because people seem to enjoy that. And I thought we'd go back with a few reminders, seeing as it's summer. And I don't know why, I thought we'd start with energy. Because energy, to my mind, is something that gets drained either through sickness, through mental illness, maybe through, in my case, age, through, you know, energy is a very fickle thing. And we have to work quite hard to keep the energy level up. And I think there's an expression here in my neck of the woods that says, a body in motion stays in motion. A body at rest stays at rest. Now that's quite a good analogy, I think, because if I think about it, I am a lot more productive before I sit down to edit the vlog each day than I am after I finished it. Which is why sometimes I need to delay editing the vlog, because I know once I do the serious part of that, chances are I'm not going to have a lot of energy left to do anything else. Because it's not an energy building thing. And as some of you know, I try and pace myself through doing it, because doing a vlog, getting the vlog up from the camera to the computer, doing the edit, and then moving the edit into film stage, and then uploading the film, and then adding the annotations and things onto it. Otherwise, once it's up on YouTube, you know, it all takes anywhere from 2 to 4 hours, depending on a lot of factors, funnily enough. Sometimes it's just a case of, okay, how much editing did I need to do of what I was saying? You know, sometimes sorry about that. Remember those construction people? Yeah, right. They got in our way this morning. There wasn't a lot of warning either. Normally, I think they're busy cleaning up the center median or something. I'm not quite sure what they're up to. Anyway, so the whole process can take anywhere from 2 to 4 hours, and sometimes 6 if you're having a bad hair day. So it sort of sucks up your evening of productivity. But on the other hand, if you don't do it, if you don't keep in that regimen, if you don't keep in that what do you call it, that routine, you know, you're going to not be asleep before 1, 2 o'clock in the morning. So you've got to really play with this in a way that works. And there's no getting away from it if you're going to be a vlogger who works during the day. So, having said that, I wonder what it is that saps your energy. And if you don't know, try keeping a note. Most of us have got computers that have got some sort of day timer in the computer, or you can do it manually, whichever you prefer. But keep a note during your day as to what you do within each hour. In other words, just take a break each hour and write down, what did you do? Were you sitting? Were you walking? If you have a desk job, I try very hard every hour to get up and walk around. I sort of collect things on my desk, and then once an hour I try and walk around the whole office. And I'll deliver bits of paper, and I will ask questions and do whatever, but at least every hour, sometimes it's an hour and a half. But I try and make sure that I do that at least, you know, a few times every day, because otherwise I can just sit there and do nothing. Except sit. And we all know that's not good. Need to get the blood flowing, need to get the energy up again. Now, I know some of you have managed to get highly productive, and some of you probably even managed to do things standing up rather than sitting down, which they tell me is very good for you. I don't think my legs would take it, quite honestly. And I wonder if any of you have got the bouncy ball type thing that you sit on rather than a chair. And I do the worst thing in the world, which is I sit on the side of my bed and edit. Now, I know that's a really bad thing to do because there's no support for my back, and it ruins my mattresses. Now, I can justify it 3 ways to Sunday because, number one, it keeps everything in one place. I don't have to keep moving the computer or doing something with it. But you know, the joke really is that I really could do it somewhere else if I wanted to. Can't do it outside because of the glare. That's really difficult. But in these beautiful summer evenings, I really should. Now, I want to tell you the saga of the half-planted plants. I do this every year. I don't know why I do this, but I do it every year. Let me try and explain. I will go out, as I did, and go and buy plants to put on my deck. And then, while I'm planting, I think about the fact, well, I need to put some of these plants in different places, so I don't plant them. Keep meaning to plant them later. And then for some reason, they stay in their planter boxes with me watering them for the rest of the season. And I've got a little collection of plants doing just that right now. So you can understand that I'm going, if I don't get those planted soon, they're never going to get planted. So part of my challenge for this weekend, behind you, is to get those planted, regardless. All right, now then, the other thing I'm going to do this weekend is I'm going to visit a friend of mine who's got a challenge on her to-do list, where she needs to go through a whole box of paperwork. I might have mentioned this before, and I'm going to go and help her do that. But there's part of me that says, hang on a second, I've got a whole bunch of paperwork that I need to go through as well, so I'm wondering if I can convince her to do this virtually, you know, that we both get on camera and start working with it and talk to each other while we're doing it, but actually that we both do it from home and we hold each other accountable. And that way we would both get things done. The other thing is for me to pack everything up into a box. To pack everything up into a box and take it over there and work on mine while she works on hers. We'll see. And for both those things, I'm going to need some energy. Now, you and I both know, slip on the walking shoes and go walking, Sal. It did great for you last year. That 10-minute challenge is getting close. I'm really going to get myself moving. All right, so energy. So what gives you energy? Let's see if we can share some knowledge on this. What do you find that you do to bring up your energy level when you're beginning to feel a bit sluggish? I know limiting our time on the computer is a really good one, the same as limiting our time watching television is a good one. However, as computer is the new television, maybe you're not watching, I'm hardly watching any television, especially now that the playoffs are finished, the hockey playoffs that is. Oh, actually, and the basketball I see finished last night as well. Go Warriors. Anyway, so now that that's over, I'll be spending far less time watching television. It now is my sleep aid. Yeah. What can I say? I feel quite tired even talking about energy. That's hysterical. Just the thought of energy makes me tired. All right. Thanks for watching, everybody. Enjoy your day. Remember to support others where you can. It doesn't take much to make a big difference in somebody's life. In the meantime, if you're new to the program, welcome. And please subscribe. Give a thumbs up if you smiled a bit. All the links are below to all the other social media stuff. So this is Dear Mama Sal saying thank you so much, and bye-bye for now.